All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming back. Again, my name is Celeste Barr, and I'm a realtor with Exp Realty. And I'm also here with Steve Smither with Cardinal Financial, a mortgage lending company. And the next question that we have is actually one that I'm sure you probably are aware of. What advice do you give to prospective home buyers who are concerned about higher mortgage rates?
Um, I I think the biggest advice that we could give to everybody basically is at the end of the day, if rates get better, you basically refinance. So that kind of analogy of, you marry the house and you you
You date the
whatever
rate?
can, yeah, date the rate idea. That's kind of the idea that, at the end of the day, refinancing doesn't cost as much as it used to. So it's not a really super expensive thing. It's not like when you buy a house. Buying a house, your closing costs could be quite expensive. But on a refinance, it's really not that difficult. And especially if you're already with Cardinal, we keep about 90% of our loans. So if it's with us already, it's a really not a very difficult transition. So if somebody winds up, let's say we get a 7.25% rate today, and let's say the rates do drop to, let's say 6%, you're able to save a couple of $100. It makes more than enough sense to go ahead and do that. If the rates do drop, we're probably going to see a very big rush again on the inventory that's already out there. So that's also something to think about. So if they're thinking about buying now, if they do wait for rates to drop, it's going to bring more buyers to the table, and that could make it even harder to be able to buy a property. So where if they buy it now and rates do drop, now they've got the house they want. Plus now we can able to get them into the lower payment. So that's kind of the idea.
I mean, it truly is a matter of supply and demand right now. So
Very
this
much
whole
so.
thing about the interest rate is very much, I know it's a concern, but more than anything, it's about finding a home, getting a home. And there are not a lot of offerings out there right now. So, it's critical that you work with a realtor who is actively involved in the business. They're not doing this part-time, but also with the point of view of a lender, getting in touch with your lender and getting to know what's available, that there are offerings or there interest rates that, depending on your situation, you may be able to take advantage of some additional funds, or even asking the seller for a credit towards your costs. You could hopefully do a lot of interesting things to try and lower your interest rate. So it all just depends, because this is a tough market to be buying in. I know that. So thank you so much, Steve. And to our audience, thank you for staying tuned, and wait for our next video. Thank you.